you guys, in today's video I'm going to be showing you a recipe for pumpkin crunch. I'm starting off by melting 2 sticks of butter, and then I'm going to start working on our filling. So, like I mentioned before, this is a fall inspired video, and the channels that are participating is Homesteading in Idaho, Striving for the Simple Life, and Vanquish Cooking. So be sure to check out their videos if you want some more fall inspired ideas. The first thing that we're going to be adding in is pumpkin puree. And you want to make sure that it's the pumpkin puree only and not the pumpkin pie filling. The next thing that we're going to add is our evaporated milk.
There we go. Without close out this thing.
Alright, the next thing we're going to add is our eggs, and we're going to stir that up.
Wow, it's in here.
And the original recipe for this does not call for vanilla, but I do like to add about a tablespoon of vanilla. I'm just using imitation vanilla. And we'll give that a good stir and start adding our spices.
Then we're going to be adding some cinnamon.
Cinnamon is going to be about 1 teaspoon. That's about 1 teaspoon. And we're going to add about half a teaspoon. We're going to add about half a teaspoon of salt. That looks like we could use that for like French toast. So here's our half teaspoon of salt going in. If we dip some bread in there.
Oh, nice. Nice.
I'm also going to be adding, I'm going to be adding some cardamom in there because I have this powdered stuff that I really need to get used up.
So nice.
Even though I really like using fresh cardamom on everything, and this recipe doesn't even usually call for cardamom, I'm wanting to use my spices, and I really love cardamom anyways. And the original recipe also doesn't call for allspice, but I'm going to add some because I just love spices. And so I'll probably add about half a teaspoon in there. Okay, and we're going to be adding 1 cup of sugar. And we're going to be stirring that in. I added the other cup when I forgot to push record, so the other half a cup. And that is it for our filling. Alright, so the pan, what I did is I put a piece of wax paper down, and then I just stuck like a piece of butter in the corners underneath to kind of hold it down. And I preheated my oven to 350, and my butter is on low, still melting. So our our filling is ready. And we're just going to pour it into here. So we're just going to pour our filling in here.
Oh, it looks so cool.
Alright, so this next step is optional. So usually you use pecans, like chopped pecans, but the kids and I don't really like those. So what I'm going to use instead is some macadamia nut that's crushed up. And we're just going to sprinkle that right on top. Can you guys help sprinkle that on top?
Big one?
Yes. So do it very lightly because you see we want it to kind of stay on top. Yeah, just a nice sprinkle. Next thing, after we have our macadamias, we are going to put our box cake mix, and we're just using a regular yellow cake mix, but you can use the spice cake mix if you wanted to give it just like a little extra spice. And we're gonna sprinkle this right on top of everything. You can try to get a spoon in there. And so just put the whole entire box cake on the top and try to get it evenly. If it came out a little bit uneven, you can just use a fork like this to try to get it all as even as possible.
Looks like an airplane, what I say.
Looks like an airplane. Huh?
Looks like an airplane. It's only a crust, right?
Alright, then our last step, we're going to take our melted butter and we're going to try to drizzle it over everything. Let's see if I can do this.
That's hot.
It's hot, yeah. Careful, Kainoa.
It's like yellow snow.
You know what they say about yellow snow.
Like pea. Yes, pea. Wait, it's actually honey, right?
Honey would be better, yeah.
Should be pure honey.
Honey?
Yes, it should be pure honey.
Why would you want pea on your dessert?
It's snow dessert with honey on it. They do like coffee jelly.
And then we're going to put this into the oven, 350 degrees for about 50 to 55 minutes.
Somebody's face.
So this is going to bake for about 50 to 55 minutes. And I have the recipe card right here for you guys, so you can take a screenshot and have the recipe on hand.
Okay.
It's been exactly 50 minutes and I did test it here and my knife came out clean. So I'm going to let this cool and I'll show you what we do next. All right, the next thing, we're going to invert this. You can eat it like this if you want, but I like flipping it. Oh! I guess I should have run a knife around the edge first. Okay, I'm gonna run a knife around the edge first. That should help. I have the knife here, and I totally forgot to do it. All right. Oh yeah. Okay. Take two. Hiya. Supposed to just fall out. Oh. There we go. Okay. And then take the paper off here and we'll let it cool. And then we're gonna need some room temperature cream cheese. Sorry, I forgot to mention that before. We're gonna beat this in the mixer with some powdered sugar and we're gonna fold in some, what is it called? Cool Whip. All right, I'm eyeballing this, guys, so that's about a half a cup of powdered sugar. And then we're just gonna toss in our package of cream cheese. And this, I set it on top of my rice steamer because I forgot to pull it out earlier. So if you're making this recipe, try to remember to pull it out or stick it on top of your rice steamer. Stuck. Come on, baby. Nice. Scrape it. And I'm going to pull some Cool Whip out of the freezer. But first, we'll mix this up. Hopefully it doesn't spray everywhere. Alright, the next thing that I'm doing is I'm going to be folding in a little chunk of, well, that's about a half a cup of Cool Whip or whip topping. I just buy the generic brand, and they're all equally as bad for you. So this is just going to be folded in. I think mine is still a little bit frozen. Just going to try to fold that in so that way I could get that thing frosted, our pumpkin crunch. It's okay if it's a little bit chunky, we just want to eat. It's pretty good, right? It's not really folding it in. Folding is supposed to be very gentle, but I'm pretty sure it'll still be good. Alright, let's go put this on our cake thingy. Get the idea? What do you say we cut into that, shall we? It's really delicious. You guys gotta give this recipe a try. That's it. That's the video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Thank you so much for watching.